we've got a new baby coming along. And thankfully, for this new father that has made 60 grand in the last 6 months doing arbitrage betting, can have extra income to supplement those extra expenses that come with life. For you, it might be a baby, for you, it might be debt. But it is all possible.
That was the first round of stuff. It paid off debt. Then that perfect, great. And then we found out baby was coming, and it was all right. Here's the next process.
How are you doing, brother? Where you at?
Doing good, doing good. Can't complain too much.
Yeah. What state are you in?
I'm in Kentucky. I'm just south of Lexington.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, I think third person from Kentucky, if I'm not mistaken, on these calls, but I've done over like 40 or 50 at this point now, I think.
Yeah,
So how are the books out in Kentucky?
they're pretty good. We have. I mean, I think we have pretty much all of them.
Yeah? Even the DFS?
Most of the DFS. One of the big ones we're missing is Fliff. I really wish we had Fliff, but they're one.
They don't let
Let me
you
think about
open
this.
it, or like what do they tell you?
So I have it, but they said users in Kentucky can't deposit. Something about a rollover. Here, I can try and do it again right now.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, on April 1st, it let me put money in, so I was able to get about 200 bucks in, but then I lost it. Just those the ARB lines happened to lose on those for
Okay.
unfortunately. Yeah,
Okay.
Fliff users in Kentucky are only eligible to obtain Fliff cash credits through our daily login bonuses. So
That's it.
we'll
So
see.
so you
And
can't even
and
just
I've
buy
tried to go to
coins.
yeah, you can only buy coins. Yep.
Oh, low.
And
That's yeah.
I've tried going to other states, and it's still just said, nope. You register in Kentucky, you're cut off
Oh man. Well, at least
because that's a good one.
they're at least they're playing by the game for that, but
Yeah.
um I mean, but yeah, that's good. So tell us about your journey, man. How long have you been sports betting? When did it start? Did you have a Degen pass? How was that?
Oh, with everyone, Degen passed, of course. I feel like that's par for the course with this. Betting since college. So I went to University of Kentucky 2010 to 2014, 2015. Obviously, sports betting wasn't legal yet there, so I actually had a Bovada account. My Bovada account's probably 15 years old at this point.
Wow.
Um, but nothing crazy. I mean, it didn't have obviously didn't have a lot of money during college, so just the random stuff. Obviously, lost money. Um, Sports betting became legal in Kentucky at September of 23. So me, along with the rest of the state, thought we were gonna cash in, make a ton of money, make a bunch of money off of all the new user promos. So naturally, it didn't work. Um, and then I joined. So I actually didn't really know about OddsJam at first. I joined Bet Hero Sports, and it's all just um, pre-game, but there
Never heard of
wasn't
it.
any alerts or anything. You
Okay.
just had to have the website up, and when stuff came up, you would just hit it, and that was really it. Which it was good for pre-game and all. I mean, I had my accounts for a year, so you could say that they were primed, and it worked for probably about a good 2 months before I really started to get limited on the major ones like DK and BetMGM. Uh, Bet 365, ESPN Bet were pretty quick to limit once I made a couple grand off of it, but we made really good money off them for the first 2 months, probably 20, 25 grand. Um, and then I think in December is when I actually switched over to OddsJam. I started really diving in, following the guys, Arb Father, Arb Thief, Arbologist. That's when I made the switch over to OddsJam, learned about P2s, more about offshores, and really, really started to dig into it.
So, I mean, that sounds like the hero's journey, starting off Degen
Yeah.
and finding the treasure and then climbing the mountain and
And don't
then
get me wrong, there are still DGen bets mixed in there. We're all gonna throw
great.
those NFL Sundays. If I'm not putting down a $20 12 leg parlay, then something's wrong. We got to still go for those.
Adds the excitement to the game.
Oh yeah.
So in the last six, it says on your Twitter here, 60K since November 2024. That's
Yeah, so that would include that Bet Hero as well. Yep.
okay. I mean, 60K is 60K, man. That's somebody's yearly pay. Uh,
Exactly. Yeah.
so that's good. So what has your experience been with offshore? Because I saw you had like a thread here. It's very interesting to share that with the people.
Yes, I was actually talking with our biologist about this. He's been very helpful to me, messaging me almost every day, every other day, just checking in how things are going. Because he helped me become an OddsJam affiliate and just kind of how to get my word out a little more to the people who use OddsJam. Because I'm not very big into social media, never been really big into Twitter. I've had one, but it's just to follow people. That's really about it. So not in the case of getting my name out there, but this has obviously started to help. So talking to him about what I had going on with a couple of the offshore sites and how their math doesn't really seem to match what our math should be. So I told him what was going on with a couple of those sites. He said, "Man, seems like you've done all of them. You should make a thread about your experience and hopefully help people." And honestly, since I made that thread, my DMs are blowing up. Guys asking, what they should do, what my advice would be. I've got X amount of money trapped in this offshore account. What should my process be? And unfortunately, one of them, I told him like, buddy, you're kind of screwed. Unfortunate, bad way. You got to eat it. There's been multiple cases on some of these sites. I've had to eat a couple grand, but I learned. So you can make that couple
Ouch.
grand up in a month,
Yeah.
but at the same time, I know what not to do at that point. So that was the point of that thread is hopefully showing these guys, what not to do, learn from my mistakes. It's nice these $1,000, $1,500 bonuses that they give out, great. But this at the same time, I'm seeing that it's actually not worth it. You're going to make that money off them regardless. None of us, if we were all millionaires, we wouldn't be doing this. So there's a reason that we're doing this is to make more money to put on the table for a family. And my example is we got baby number one coming in July, so this is all
Oh,
going to a baby fund.
nice. I got baby number one coming in July, but not my own. Probably gonna be a niece. I'm gonna have a niece.
Yeah, nice.
So I mean, I feel like I'm gonna be a father, but I'm gonna be an uncle's. But it's pretty interesting. Like, it's like, whoa, that's so yeah, definitely adds to that support that because now seen through my sister, like, holy crap, having a baby is a whole thing. Like all
It,
of this
stop.
stuff.
Stuff is so expensive. We had our baby shower 2 weeks ago, and it's like everything's just $200. That's just the number. It's unreal.
Isn't it nuts?
Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely, yeah, for the people listening that are, need some extra money, whether it's for a baby or just like pay off debt. For me, it was pay off debt. I
Hey,
needed to pay off debt,
well,
and sports betting
that
helped me.
that was the first round of stuff. It paid off debt. Then that perfect, great. And then we found out baby was coming, and it was all right. Here's the next process.
Yeah. Okay. So I want to ask you a couple things here. So
Yeah.
I wrote this down here. Um, so what does the wife think about that you're making money sports betting?
Oh, she's good with it. She don't care. I mean, we've used her for P2s, brother,
When
sister,
you first
parents.
started, like when that
Yeah,
first initial approach to like your friend's family,
I
like
gotcha.
yeah.
It so with her it was fine. With my wife, she was on board. She's always known I sports bet. As long as I'm not getting in trouble and someone in a black van is rolling up to the front door and trying to kidnap me, then we're good.
Yeah.
Even in the DGen days, I look back at my picket, and at FanDuel the last 2 years, I probably lost maybe 2 to 3 grand. So nothing
I
crazy.
mean, that's good for account health
Yeah,
in the
correct. Yes.
beginning. And then you made that back
But
plus more.
easily. Yeah, I made that back in less than a month with this stuff. So no, she was on board with it. There's been one of her friends actually wanted to get in, so that's how I set up my P2s. I offer people money. So we kind of have a list of her friends that kind of want to get in on this. I'll pay them $1,000 and I get access to their P2s. And in Kentucky, it's a lot of the big books. So I make my money back within a week. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, no, she's on board. Parents, so yeah, my parents don't really get it. my dad's of the fence of if it was if it was legal, not legal, that's the wrong word. Um, if you're able to do this so easily, then everyone would do it, or the books would stop you from doing it. I'm like, well, they're not. There's a pathway to success here, and it's not just me; it's a lot of other people.
Yeah.
I'm not even I'm by no means a big dog. I'm not making our biologist and our father and our thief money. I'm just, I'll put myself in the middle, and that's what's comfortable for me.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Going back to the too good to be true thing, it's funny because like
Yeah,
this is like so many people come across this information and they just disregard it because of that exact the reason. So it's
and and before I did this, I couldn't tell you how many. I Google searched it. So yeah, I started in November. I probably looked into this starting in September, early October, and it was, is it too good to be true? Do I really want to go down this rabbit hole? And then I, took that leap first with that hero, and I was like, oh, you can make money doing this. And then I found out the live with OddsJam and all that. And if I had a do-over, or if I was anybody starting this from day one, it's OddsJam, it's platinum, it's live, period, because
straight up.
that will make your account last longer and you'll make a ton more money.
Yeah, and just like battle through the learning curve of live.
Yeah.
If you
Oh,
take us back to that first day when you were just doing live, how did that look like? If you call like a
oh, it was
transparent
ugly.
time.
It was ugly. There is definitely a learning curve with it. I remember the first day doing it, or first night doing his NBA. I was messaging our father. I was like, dude, how do you do this? Like, there's no way that, because they were just on and off, on and off, on and off. Um, but it's also the system you set up. So at that point, I was trying to do it on my laptop, and clicking FanDuel, clicking DraftKings. It would take a minute for the page. It'd take 5 or 10 seconds for that page to load up and load the bet in, and by that time it was gone. So now I do have a different setup. I have two phones and I have my laptop then for prop builder, just so everything is as quick as possible. Because
Yeah.
10, 15 seconds might not be enough time to get some of these bets in.
Yeah. Are you good with the mental math now? Are you using a calculator or do you know how to
Yeah, math's always been my subject. So yeah, mental math, that's easy. I
how do you do
have
it? How
a lot of these.
what's your mental
Yeah.
math process like?
So
Walk us through like you're
especially with prop,
placing a bet. Yeah.
so especially with prop builder, a lot of these lines after you're limited, the easiest math to do is the max $100 profit. So a lot of these are going off at minus 114. So I'll go in at, on the prop builder side, my number is 113. Um, you're gonna win 212 off of that. So on the FanDuel side is usually the plus side. If you're 124 to 135, somewhere in that ballpark, 124, my number is 95 on FanDuel. And I know that's about right. If I'm getting the 130s, 135, I'll drop down to 90 a little bit. And for the most part, your ARBs, or those 3% ARBs, are in that ballpark. If we're getting into the plus 180s, plus 190s off that, then all right, then I'll check down a little bit and push into the 75 and 80 range. Um, but again, these prop builders, they're so slow. If you do need to use a calculator for that, you can do it. That's
Mhm.
the benefit of having the second phone too. Is, well, that second phone that I'm not using FanDuel on just became my quick calculator if I need it.
Yeah. Another good way, I mean, you basically just know your stake sizes based on
Yeah,
just looking at the odds from just memory.
correct. Yes.
A great way is you put whatever side you want to put in first. Make sure it's an ARB first,
Hmm.
right? Like let's say you put $100 at plus 120, right? Profit is 120, and then you kind of want to subtract the what the profit you think is and put it on the other side. Like
Sure.
let's say like 110, right? Let's say you
I
have a
got you.
$10 profit and then bang, you secured $10, but it might
Yep.
be a little more, maybe a little less. So you have like a range of if this side
I'm with
hits,
you.
that hits, and that's just like instantly
Right.
a way for people to
That's
just
a good
hop
point.
in on that. Yeah. And then or even like if you just want to free roll like zero or make 90, then you just put if it's like a
Sure.
big arb, then you just the profit is that, put that profit on the other book and then you just free rolled 90 or something like that.
Correct. Yes.
So like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah. Correct. You can do that for sure.
two ways to arb instantly, like without ever needing, to go to a calculator and waste time that you would just lose the arb. So. right? I might as well just
Correct.
put it in there. Um, yeah. So what is the so you do this live, right? So what do you do like during the day? What does your normal day look like?
So I actually I own an appliance repair business. So it's me and my brother-in-law. So I'm literally going out fixing washers, dryers, refrigerators, stoves, microwaves. That's my 9 to 5.
Okay.
Considering we own it,
Handyman.
it's my days. Yeah, exactly. Very. Yeah, everything in this house has been touched by me at some point.
Nice.
Exactly.
That's
But
good.
it kind of makes my day somewhat flexible. But at the same time, if I'm inside a dryer working, I'm not answering my phone for the next 15, 20 minutes. But that's again, I'm done usually by 5, 6 o'clock at the latest. That kind of opens up my live time at night between 7 and 9, or with playoffs going on, I've been staying up longer just to hit each game as much as I could.
Yeah. That's good. That's honestly that's great that you have an active day because like a lot of people
Yeah,
have like a sitting job and then they sit at night and it's like, dude, you gotta like move.
and, and staring at a computer all day. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I purposely have blue light glasses. That way, when I'm staring at a laptop, it's not going to give me a headache for those 2 to 3 hours at night.
Yeah. That's great. Yeah, I have a standing desk and a walking treadmill here. So like that's how I
Did
do
you
my
really?
thing. Yeah.
Yep.
This desk goes up, and then I also like live in nature, so I just go out
Yeah.
like through here. I don't want to just stay here all day. I had like a season where I was just like all day, just like because I also do production work, like video editing stuff. I'm just
Yeah.
here, and then like when I was live betting, it was like, bro, I'm on my computer like 12 hours a day, like, and then like after like 2 months of
Right.
that, I started feeling horrendous, and I'm like, how do people do this? So then I got a standing desk, walking treadmill, started going outside more, and then just go on break. So yeah, so that's
Oh,
good.
it's tough. I used to have an office job, and I want to go out of my mind. I could not sit there and just be on a computer all day. That would just drive me crazy. It did drive me crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it's you need the mental dexterity at night to like even
Yeah.
function fast. You need like speed. So if you're like like all cooked like just from yeah, you're just gonna perform worse.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah.
So that's good you have blue light glasses. I actually need those. I need to get blue light
Yeah.
glasses.
That's it. I've had them for like 5 years. They're great.
Yeah, I'm getting new glasses actually, and I think they have a blue light filter, like actual like seeing glasses, because I can't see from far away.
Oh, cool.
They get them like in two
Yeah.
days, so that should be good for me.
That used to be. I had the reverse of that problem. I could. Oh no, that's right. Yeah, I couldn't see far away. I got LASIK about 10 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, I was legal. Like my eyesight was so bad with my. I had such thick glasses. Like I was legally blind. It was that bad of eyesight. So lately, LASIK cleared me up pretty good.
And has it now it's because I'm thinking about it, but has it got like has it stayed the same since you got the surgery, or like has it gotten a little
Right
worse?
eye is still perfect. Left eye actually established an astigmatism in it, so I had to go in and get another surgery on it.
Okay.
But it's worth it. To be able to go from at night, like my prescription was in the negative sevens on my contacts. So like right now on my
Okay.
computer, if I were looking at you, I wouldn't be able to make out your face. I
Crazy.
know you're there as close as I am to this computer. I know you're there, but I wouldn't be able to know who you are.
Crazy.
Yeah, waking up at night and not being able to see to LASIK literally the next night, just bam, it was awesome. It's so worth it.
How's the healing process? Like, because I know you gotta like cover your eyes for like a day or something, or you're just good to like look at the sun
No,
right after.
no,
Did it
it
hurt?
was just this. They had a sun. Basically, they give you those dark sunglasses. Um,
Damn.
Healing process was fine. It's kind of weird, and especially when they describe it to you, like what they actually do. Like they have a laser and they cut the, I don't know the technical term, but whatever flap that kind of covers your pupil, that protects your pupil, they cut that and flip it open, and then
Ye-
laser literally shoots into your eye to correct the vision.
Does it
Again, I don't
feel
know
weird?
the true term. You can feel it a little bit, and it is kind of weird, but it's not like,
It doesn't
oh my
hurt?
God, someone shot a laser. No, it didn't really hurt. It was more just, I
Uncomfortable
wouldn't
for
even call it a pinprick. Like I
fuck,
guess
jeez.
like you could describe it as acupuncture. Like like something hits, but barely. Not enough to. It doesn't hurt. It
Okay.
really didn't hurt. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well,
Hearing that, I know is kind of a little freaky. but
Oh, cause
it
oh,
didn't
I
hurt
know,
at
cause
all.
my dad got that, and he said like he
Yeah,
felt it a little bit. It was like uncomfortable, like, but he was like
it's
fine. Really.
uncomfortable. Yeah, uncomfortable is the best word for it.
Yeah. Okay.
But like for
Um.
10 seconds, 15 seconds.
Yep. Have you had, and now I'm just gonna phrase straight left field bling. Have you
Yeah, you're
had
good.
any success with baseball? Live bet, like live R-ing? Like, have you had? Because I know it's pretty. I don't mean from my experience, it's so
So
slow. But yeah.
I haven't dug into baseball a lot yet. I'm 98% on NBA still. Um, but the baseball I have had success with, I've been using Bet Online going up against FanDuel has worked pretty well. Just those live lines. I wish that a prop builder would have baseball bets. That would be awesome. There are some between FanDuel and DraftKings I've caught that some total bases over under 1.5 live. Um, but for the most part, Bet Online has seemed to be the best for me. And just your main lines, and they have quite a bit of main lines out there of your first halves, your through 7 innings, 9 innings, over unders. Those have been somewhat okay. I'm trying to get away from that until I have to do it come June, July, and into August. This will be my first summer doing this, so I'll really get a good feel. I feel like I'll get a good feel by August to be better prepared for next summer. Um,
Yeah.
hopefully WNBA is good, but again, I don't know yet to say it. We're gonna have to wait and see.
Yeah. 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 WNBA is great for DFS. It's really good. They're really bad. Their lines are just really bad.
Yeah,
Um, the player prop stuff. Yeah. So, I mean, I think kind of covered everything. I like to keep these short, concise, straight to the point. I'm gonna you have
yeah,
but if you have any questions for Sal, like his Twitter will be here in the description. I'm sure he can help you guys with offshore stuff of questions. Really do appreciate your time, man. And congrats on being a father. Congrats on the
oh,
baby,
thank
man.
you. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. It's gonna be a fun ride. I'll be up at 3 a.m. Playing our bets.
Yep. If there's anything else you would like to tell the people that are just about to start, like any, pointers like that could help them that you wish you would have known when you got started, or just go straight in because you're gonna make mistakes and you need those mistakes in the beginning to learn.
Yeah, you definitely need to learn from your mistakes. They're going to happen. I made one the other night. I caught myself on a reverse middle, and Julius Randle had to hit 24 points spot on, lost $460, but
Isn't that
you're going to
crazy?
make that up.
How you
It,
like
it,
you
it's
whenever you hit a reverse middle, it smacks, but then when you hit like a middle that you need, it just doesn't hit.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
so
yeah. The
so.
middles won't hit. Correct. I've hit a couple of them, but I've hit a lot more reverse middles than actual middles. It's so frustrating. But it's going to happen. It's part of it. If you can get out of it and cash out, just do it. Eat the 20 whatever bucks you need to eat because it's better than eating, the 460 like I did the other night. Like I say, you're going to make mistakes. That's part of the game. Just like in life, you're going to make mistakes, but you're also going to learn from those mistakes. And in this case, you're going to make a shit ton of money doing it. It's worth it. Going live, going hot, going heavy. That's my biggest piece of advice. And if anybody has questions on things, I'm always available to reach out. It's a great gig. I don't care what anyone tells you. It is awesome. Totally worth it.
Yeah, definitely. Well, thank you for your time, man, and thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.